shouldn't be too long of a meeting. We are here to discuss our third phase of reopening, and this is our agenda for tonight's meeting. I want to first thank everyone for their support. I want to talk about phase 3 of reopening. And then if you have any questions along the way, we're just going to ask that if you're able to, write them in the chat. If you are on your phone and you need to unmute, that's okay. But if you're able to write them in the chat, we have some people who will be looking at that and then kind of asking the questions as I'm going through the presentation. Okay, so to begin with, I want to thank all of our parents and family members and your children for the support that they've given us this year. It really has been a very unique, very difficult year of learning, a lot of challenges, a lot of new learning environments that we're all facing. But with your support, I think it's gone well. So I really do want to thank you for that, for supporting your kids at home with the learning, with the technology, helping them with their schoolwork, and thank you for being flexible with all the changes that we've had as a school and as a district. I want to also thank you for being part of our parent, student, teacher conferences that are going on right now. They're going on this week and next week. If you don't have that scheduled yet for some reason, please reach out to your teacher. They're very interested in meeting with you and talking with you about your child's successes and ways that they can continue to grow academically. I wanted to let you know about report cards. I know they went out a little while ago, but I want to let you know that Mrs. Enriquez and I read every report card before it goes home to the students. We've done that for a while, and we really appreciate the thoughtful and intentional comments that teachers write on the report cards. They really are, they're specific, they're supportive. They're really giving you tools and ideas and suggestions to help your child become more successful in maybe the areas that they're having difficulty with. So I'm just asking all the parents to please, read those comments, of course, and then really try to put in place what the teachers are asking. So if they're asking you to, make sure your child reads every night for 20 minutes, that's very important, and please do that. If they're saying to make sure your child practices their math facts, for a certain amount of time every night, or does a certain amount of maybe the reading program we have with Freckle, to please support your teachers and your child's education with doing those things that the teachers are asking you to do. I think you'll see the benefits of that with your children and their learning. The last thing here is I want to mention that we have a virtual book fair going on right now. I really want to thank our parent-teacher organization for putting this together. And this week and next week, and this information also is available on our school website. It's just like a regular book fair where you came on campus and got to look around at books and purchase books for your students or purchase books for your child's classroom. You still have that option. So be sure to go to the virtual book fair. Again, the link is on our school website, and just be sure to register under Fallbrook STEM Academy, register our school so the proceeds go to our school. It is a fundraiser. And then you could just purchase books, and you just pay like you would anywhere else with a credit card or any other method of payment. Okay, and then when we come back February 1st, when we have more students back on February 1st, we are going to begin a school-wide readathon. And this will be really focused on reading. It's going to be like a jog-a-thon where kids run and earn money for how long they run. Very similar, but it's going to be based on reading. So how long kids read or how much they read, they're going to be able to raise money for our school. So those are ways you can continue to support and support your school and your child's classroom and their learning. So our second item, I really want to right now discuss phase 3 of reopening. I'm going to talk about the changes that are involved with phase 3 of reopening, and really in kind of 3 areas: what it looks like before school, how it may look different during school, and how it's going to look different after school and dismissal. So phase 3 of our reopening plan as a district begins February 1st. So we'll finish out this week, and then we'll do all next week. And then February 1st, these are the changes that are going to be taking place. So beginning February 1st, all TK through 3rd grade students will return to in-person instruction 5 days a week. And the time is the same. So from 8:30 to 12:50. Students will still start at 8:30 and dismissal will be at 12:50. Now, this is new for all students in TK through 3rd grade. Right now, TK through 1st grade, they come every day, but it's Monday through Thursday. Starting February 1st, they will also come to school on Friday. So we're really excited about that. And we're also really excited about bringing all of our 2nd and 3rd graders back every day, Monday through Friday. In addition to that, all 4th through 6th grade students who receive Learning Center support. So they work with Mrs. Gem, maybe Mrs. Cordova, but they receive Learning Center support. They will also return to in-person instruction 4 days a week, Monday through Thursday. Same time, 8:30 to 12:50. So TK through 3rd grade, in-person instruction, all students, 8:30 to 12:50, 5 days a week. 4th through 6th grade, students that receive Learning Center support every day, Monday through Thursday. Now, in order to accommodate students no longer on the hybrid in 2nd and 3rd grade and all students in the class, we are able to hire an additional teacher. And we're hiring an additional teacher in order to bring all the students back and in order to ensure that the class size is safe for all the students and the teachers and the staff. So this will mean that there will be some 2nd and 3rd graders, and we will notify parents on who those 2nd and 3rd graders are. We will notify them either this week or early next week if their child will be leaving the classroom they're currently in and being added to a new classroom that will be just a 2nd and 3rd grade combo class. Now, we recognize, obviously, changing kids this time of the school year is not ideal, and we don't want to do this for any reason that is not really important and really impacting student safety. So that's the reason we are hiring an additional teacher and making the classes smaller so we can fit all the students. I think classes will be about 18 students, maybe 19 students per class when we hire this additional teacher and build this new combo class. And we have already hired the teacher. Teacher is Mrs. Lee, and she is fantastic. I think, you know, if your child is going to have to leave their current classroom and go to a new classroom, I think you're going to find that they really enjoy their new teacher. She's going to work really hard to build that class community and make it exciting and fun for the kids. So again, we will be letting parents know either this week, so tomorrow or Friday, or Monday of next week. So as phase 3, part of phase 3, before school, part of this begins at home. And honestly, this whole section here is nothing new. I talked about this before when we had our meeting before. These are the same things that you should be doing currently before your kids come to school. And I want to thank you again. We have many calls from parents that are doing this and are deciding to keep their kids home because they have a fever or they have COVID-like symptoms. And we really appreciate that. So thank you for doing that. And we are asking that you continue to do that. So if your child has a temperature over 100.4, please keep them at home. If you have traveled outside the state in the last 14 days, please keep your child at home. And if you or your child has COVID symptoms, we ask that you please keep them at home. And if you have been in contact, you or your child has been in contact with someone who has tested positive for COVID, we ask that you please keep your child at home. And we also ask that you contact the school as soon as possible. If you're going to keep your child at home, please call the school office and let us know why. And we can document that. And we have a whole system in place for keeping track of students with symptoms and if they've been in contact and things like that. And this has really helped. Honestly, we really thank you for this. There has been cases where people have stayed home because they've had COVID-like symptoms, and then they turn out to be positive. And thankfully, because the parents did the right thing and kept their kids home, they didn't expose other people, and we didn't have to send anyone else home, and no one else, at least in their classroom or on campus, also had symptoms or had the virus. So thank you for that. And nothing there has changed. Honestly, things here really haven't changed either. Before school, instruction still begins at 8:30. And I ask that you please really put forth the effort to be on time for class. As you know, instruction has been limited this year, and every moment in class is really important. And so we ask that you please be on time for school at 8:30. We are maintaining stable groupings throughout the school day. So what that means is if you are, let's say, in Mrs. Enriquez's classroom, you don't mix with other students in other classrooms, either at recess or before school. We really make sure and work hard to ensure that students are really just interacting with the students in their classroom. So what that means is, obviously, with more kids on campus, we have been creative with finding different locations around our campus where kids can wait in the morning. When we only had half the kids waited right in front of their classroom. But now that we have more kids, it's a little too crowded there. So we're going to let the students know where they need to be, and the teachers. I didn't think I needed to let everybody here know exactly what area that is, but just know that stable groupings will be maintained. Masks are required all the times while on campus. And again, I want to thank you parents for really enforcing this. This has not been a big concern at all. You know, maybe we hand out 1 or 2 masks a day, but you know, your kids come with masks. They come with them over the nose and mouth. They're wearing them properly. So thank you so much for that. All right, during class, really not much here has changed also. TK through, as I said, TK through 3 will be on campus Monday through Friday. If your child receives Learning Center support in 4th through 6th, they will be on campus Monday through Thursday. All other 4th through 6th grade students will continue with Monday through Thursday hybrid model, the current model that they are in. Friday will continue to be asynchronous learning. So if you have a student in 4th through 6th grade not receiving Learning Center support, not much is going to change for you at all. I want to let you know that we are continuing to monitor restrooms, and only 1 student is allowed at the restroom at any time. And stable groupings are maintained during the classroom day, and as I said, during instruction all day. Masks are worn at all times by all students and staff. Okay, after school, this is probably where there'll be the biggest change, and it's really even not that big of a change. We know that with more students on campus, we will have more cars at dismissal. We think we found a solution that's going to work. And if for some reason it doesn't work, then we may change our dismissal plan. But you're going to pick up your children in the same area as before. So what that means is, see if I can use this pointer here. Yeah. So this area here in the front of our campus, this is where TK, kinder, and first grade is all picked up. It will continue to pick up there. Students in our SDC program also get picked up there. That's not going to change. 2nd through 6th grade gets picked up on the side over here. Again, that's not going to change. What is going to change is we are going to move students further down. So 6th grade will be, further down, right next to May Ellis, where the May Ellis kids and teachers start lining up. 6th grade will be all the way down there. 5th grade will be right next to them. 4th grade will be next to them. 3rd grade and 2nd grade will be up here. We just realized with 2nd and 3rd graders, much larger, we imagine we're going to have more parents driving to pick up their kids. So we thought if we spread the kids out, we'll be able to get more cars off the road here and into the pickup area. So that's really the only change. The flow of traffic is still going to come in here at our main entrance. Again, 2nd or TK through 1st will go to the left, and 2nd through 6th will go on to the right and then exit out the May Ellis parking lot. And it's a right turn only, just like you're doing now. We are going to ask that siblings go with their younger sibling to pickup area. So for example, if you have a 4th grader and a 1st grader, we're going to ask you to talk to your 4th grader, and the teachers will do this as well, but that your 4th grader will walk over to where your 1st grader is at. And then you could pick them both up there. All right. We know this may be a little rocky day 1, but we think by day 2, day 3, it's going to go pretty smooth. And if for some reason there's too many cars and it's not working, we'll have to look at maybe staggering our start times with May Ellis. We also, the last bullet here, last point, is we're gonna ask you to please pull forward. So, what happens sometimes is as you're pulling in, maybe you're, maybe you see your student over here, but there's no cars in front of you. We're gonna ask that you pull all the way up, and we will definitely make sure your child gets with you in their car, and we will walk them down to where you're at. And the same is going to be true for our cars over here in our 2nd through 6th grade lot. We're going to ask that, if you get here early, that you pull all the way down here to, the bottom of the 6th grade area, and that we just fill this whole area up with cars so you can pick up your kids and go. And we have supervision out here. If you need a child, let's say you're all the way down here and you have a 2nd grader, we will radio supervisors up here, and we'll have your child walk on down to meet you. All right. So that is really it. I wanted to just present that, have a visual for you so you understood dismissal. And I guess right now I can see if there's any questions. Has there been any in the chat? Yeah, it's been pretty quiet, so I guess not.
No questions so far.
Okay. So if there's not any questions, that really concludes the meeting. I want to thank you all again for your support. I want to thank you for just sticking with us through this roller coaster of a year. We're getting through it. Teachers are doing an amazing job. I'm really, really proud of them, and I know Mrs. Enriquez is as well. They're doing everything they can to make learning still engaging and exciting and fun. We're still trying to do our hands-on projects that we've come to really embrace here at Fallbrook STEM Academy. And it's great to see kids coming with their projects from home. So thank you again for supporting them with all that you're doing at home. So thank you, everybody. And I'm seeing some thank yous in the chat. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. So I'll stay on for a few more minutes if there's questions, but if not, we'll go ahead and end the meeting, and thank you all very much. Have a great evening. And also know you can reach us anytime in the office. We're always available to talk. So thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Mrs. Bad Milk. See if I can see the chat. Thank you, Mrs. Ramirez. Yeah, thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Bad Milk.
I think you